Okay, this is Tracy Williams. I'm the CEO of Vet Beacon LLC. We're based in Discovery Bay, California. I'm recording this video to show a little bit more about the physical web and the physical web beacons that I have for Vet Beacon. And basically, to explain a little bit about these beacons, the ones that I'm actually promoting and selling, they're small. They're little USB devices. They look like they just stick into your computer, which they can. Anything that's a USB powered source, it can go in there and it can broadcast a signal. These beacons are transmit only, so they're sending out a signal, and you can get messages on all your different devices. On your Apple Watch, you can get messages on your iPhone. This is the iPhone 5S, and you can get messages on. This is an iPad Mini. You can get messages on Android phone I have in the back. Bluetooth 4.0 is required, and that's BLE, or Bluetooth Low Energy. And the first iPhone to come out with Bluetooth Low Energy, I believe, was the iPhone 4S. So you need a minimum of an iPhone 4S in order to receive the Bluetooth Low Energy signal, Bluetooth 4.0. So when you're looking at stats and actual requirements on the phone, or what the capabilities are, you want to look for Bluetooth 4.0, and that's going to be something that's in all of the devices that are currently being produced. So if you have a phone that's fairly new, I would say even how many years old? 2 to 3 years old, I guess. 2 years old, it'll have Bluetooth 4.0 in it, because this is a iPhone 5S, and the 4S had it. I got this 5S probably, it was definitely more than a year ago. So a year and a half, 2 years ago. So before that, the phones even had it. So the model before that, which would probably be a year prior to when I got mine. So, and people are probably giving those phones to their kids right now. They're trading them in. The iPhone 4S, and that might be what my son has. So that's a little bit about these beacons. They transmit out a signal, and the particular ones that I'm using most recently, they transmit a URL, actually, because they're programmed for Eddystone URL. So they're actually, and that's the Google content that's putting out the Eddystone information. And basically, I do use these small devices here. These are just little plugs. You've seen them with some of the iPhones, etc. These little plugs. You can just stick the beacon directly into these and put them in the wall. Anywhere you're at, you can just plug this in, and it will broadcast that signal. So small business owners want to have these. You probably got these laying around because you have extra ones. You have more than one phone or tablet or whatever. Any of these, 5 volts of DC is what it'll put out, and different amperages, but basically this can handle it. So all you have to do, and these usually come, I haven't seen these in anything other than black and white, and the ones that we sell are black, and I don't have very many white ones, actually. So this one happens to be white, so white on white, and then I have all different color plugs. So you can see that it fits right into the device, and it'll fit in even a computer or anything else. You plug this into the wall, boom, this transmits out. So if you want to get people to actually get your signal, you plug it in to the outlet and get this. Now, the ones that I sell are black, like this, and you can see it's plugged into, this is a portable battery, like a portable charger that you would use for a phone. It has a flashlight on the end of it. So, but if you want to use it for the beacon, you can, and then it'll just transmit mobile. So like when I go to my son's baseball games, etc., a lot of the parents I know, they know, you know, what I do and the toys I like to play with. So, you know, I'm kind of a nerdy guy. So, but for the ones that don't, you can just turn this on, and it's actually powered right now. I don't know if you can see, there's a little blue light right there that's flashing in the camera. So it shows that it's on. And this is the output side. It says out, and it's powering this beacon. So now this beacon is mobile. You can have it in I have a Camelback. so that I carry for water and stuff. So that would be where I would have this sitting in the pouch on the back of the camelback, and this actually transmits my website straight out from the beacon. And some people might say, so what? What difference does it make if it transmits out? Well, if you're trying to do advertisement, even people that are looking for a job or something, you want to get a leg up. So let me show you how when this advertises out, what it does is it actually transmits out to everyone that has one of these. You don't have to have an app. You don't have to have a pass. You don't have to have anything like that. And let me back up a little. You do have to have Google Chrome, and the Safari is the actual browser that comes on the phone, on the iPhone, and it's the browser of choice for many people, and not knocking it or anything like that. But you do have to have Chrome on your phone, because when you pull down, you'll have notifications from Chrome. And actually, it's something that's native in your phone that you're pulling down, though. And you can see, you just pull down the Today screen, and you're looking on here, and it says scanning for physical web objects right there, and then it finds them. So this one happens to say Power Lead System. That's something that I use for lead generation. And then if you tap it, it'll go to that website. So if you're advertising something local, like you want people to come in to get free yogurt, or come in to, you're advertising something to get people just to come in, 30% off today or whatever. You can advertise it right on here where it says Power Lead System. You can make it say anything that you want. And then the website is right below that, http://www.isnear.co. So that's my domain. And when you actually touch that, it goes to the website, and you can see it loads up fairly quickly, goes straight in. It has my YouTube video on there. So that's what happens. You can't see the words on here because of it's too much light. But basically, this is the web page, and it's also where you can buy the beacons. So basically, that's what you get. You get to advertise out a website where people don't have to say, oh, they got to download an app, and you got to pay for the app to get it developed or whatever. If you're a small business, you really don't have time to be doing that stuff unless your business is programming, or you just know someone that does it, or anything like that. So this bypasses that. It puts you right into the customer's phone or potential client's phone directly. So this is it, mobile. This is the beacon that's actually broadcasting that signal. And I can turn it off at any time. Just boop, see the light goes out. It's not transmitting anymore. So then when you swipe down on this, it'll say scanning for physical web objects, like it always does. Every time you swipe down, it'll say that, and it won't have anything there. So it'll say physical web is on, and you may disable it if you want to. If you don't want to get notifications, just disable it. You don't want it to have any input to you, just disable it, and you won't have to worry about anything popping up. So that's basically it for the physical web objects, the actual beacons themselves. And these little beacons right here, like to tell you, I don't have any white ones that I'm actually selling. These white ones are mine. Actually, yeah. So I do have black ones though. These are the black ones. And I believe these transmit a little bit over, I'll say 100 feet, 90 or 100 feet. But if you're advertising local, so say someone's walking around, you're in a little strip mall or something. If you're advertising locally, you don't want it to go out, so many blocks away. You just, people that are walking down the street or something like that, you want to get that kind of traffic that's nearby. And that's what it's all about. The physical web is about bringing the people that are looking at their phones, bringing them to the physical objects. So you're actually reaching out to them. Hey, they don't have to look up and look at signs and stuff like that, and that's what people used to do. But now you see people are looking at their phones, they're scrolling, they're snapping, they're Snapchatting and all this other stuff. And they're even set the phone down, and the phone's not even face down on the table. It's face up because they're looking at what's popping up. So if you're popping up, then that's what they're looking at. So if you're popping up with your website and a little description, come see our 75% off sale. you know, and then it has, they know that you're local because you cannot transmit physical web if you're not local. It doesn't just reach out across, 16 blocks of, whatever, of city in order to get to you. I mean, now that I've said that, someone will create a transmitter and say, hey, Tracy, I did it, but it doesn't, it's everything local, and that's what it's about. You're reaching out to people in the space that they're in, and you're being relevant, you're being timely, you're not spamming them. They're the ones that are looking at your information. And if they don't want to see it, they will turn the physical web off. When people turn on physical web, they're basically opting in. They're saying, you know what? I want to see it. I want to see what you have to offer. And I want to get some deals. I'm willing to, look at your website or whatever I have to do in order to get in there. And you can actually make it so that when your physical web link pops up here, it's just your website. When your website pops up here, it'll actually go to your website and give them the option to install a pass on their phone. So everything that's iOS 9.0, and this is for iPhone, or above, has what's called Wallet. So Apple calls it Wallet now. Below 9.0, so if you had iOS 8 point something, 8.0 or lower, it was called Passbook. I just had a brain freeze right there. So it was called Passbook. So if you have Passbook or Wallet on your phone, and as the case may be on your Apple Watch, it'll you can actually get notifications, etc., through the passes that you install. And I'll do another video that explains the passes. I have several videos on under my YouTube channel, Vet Beacon. If you guys look that up, it'll have things about Passbook and Wallet that you can actually check out and see. So even loyalty cards, digital loyalty cards that can be programmed on the phone, and they actually work on the watch also, that can get people into your business and get repeat traffic. So basically, those are a couple of things you can do. You can bring in the digital wallet things, because the digital wallet is actually something that people access more than their regular wallet, because it's right on their phone. When they go to Starbucks and they are in that club or whatever, they have a Starbucks card. You don't have to show the card anymore. The card is loaded into the phone, and when you want to pay, what do? You stick your phone right under the scanner, just like at the gas station when you want to scan your card, except your card is on your phone. So you stick it under there, boop, and it beeps. That's what happens. The same thing happens with the physical web. If you do the physical web and you get to this screen, once you tap on the website can have an offer loaded right there where a coupon pops up in the phone, or where you can, a pass will pop up on the phone, and you can decide whether you want to add it to Passbook or not, or Wallet or not. If you add it to Wallet, then it'll be in your digital wallet in your iPhone. It says Wallet, you can't miss it. You can't even delete it. It's just like Safari. You can't get rid of it even if you want to. So Apple knows what they're doing. So basically that's it. So there's a lot that you can do with the notifications, and you can do with the physical web right now. And a lot of people don't know about it, but the more you know right now, you're going to be ahead of the curve. You're not going to have to worry about, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do this because, oh, it's just so much information and I need to get up to speed. No, you need to get in on it now and learn as you go. Because if you get in on it now, this is the time to get in on it, because you're at the rock bottom. You're at it's a ground floor opportunity. So you need to get into it. Don't let someone sell you like something that's thousands of dollars. I mean, start out with 1 or 2 beacons. I sell these for $30, and if you need these little plug things right here, let me know. I have a good amount of them, but I don't even know how much I paid for these, but I'll find out. And if people need to buy them, then I'll create a link or whatever so that people can pay for them. There's a payment form on my page that I just mentioned, the www.isnear.co. So it's ISNEAR.co. There's a payment link on there. It takes you to PayPal. I do have a PayPal business account. You can use your PayPal, I guess Visa, MasterCard. I think you can do checks through there. And I'm not sure if you can do like American Express, Discover, Diners Club or whatever. But the major cards you can definitely use there. So it's safe, it's secure. You know, it's all encrypted. Your information is going to be secure. So $30 on there gets you the beacon, and it gets you the domain. I'm going to give you a domain that actually says whatever you want it to say. So .isnear.co. So if you want to say a great massage, you have a spa or massage parlor, it'll say a great massage .isnear.co. That's what it'll say. And when people click on that, it'll actually take them to your web page. So whatever you have set up that you want them to go to, it could be your Facebook page, it could be your Twitter, it could be your Instagram, or if you have your own website, anything like that, it can be any of those different things. So whatever you give me, that's what I'll program on the beacon. And then when people click on your link, they'll go straight to that page. Now, so this is all called proximity marketing, which means, I mean, it tells you right there, you have to be in proximity of the beacon in order to get the message or to get the transmission. So if people are near the beacon, and it depends on which, you know, where the beacon is and everything like that, you don't have to put it right next to them. The beacon's going to transmit more than, you know, 5 feet. So it doesn't have to be, you can plug it in inside of a store, say an ice cream shop, ice cream parlor, and it'll actually transmit out of the store, you know, through the windows and everything, through the doors, and out of the store, past the sidewalk or patio or whatever, past the street, all the way over to the other side of the street. You know, it's going to be, you know, a good distance. It's not going to be like, you know, 10 feet or 15 feet. It's going to be a good distance. So you just plug this in, it's going to transmit out, you know, and it's going to be a kind of like a circular pattern. So it'll have a radius of, you know, so many feet. And I'll get the actual square footage for those people that want to make sure that it covers the inner part of their space, or they want to have a pattern that covers the inside of their store, so they get multiple beacons so that they can cover the inside of their store. I'll get the actual square footage, and I might actually be able to plot out the actual pattern. I've seen it online, you know, what it looks like, but I might be able to actually plot it out. So a little bit of my background: I was an electronics technician, worked on communication systems in the Air Force. After that, I got out of the Air Force. I became a Department of Defense contractor at the Pentagon, etc., different places around the world, and did communications there, secure communications, and that's about it. So now I just started my company, Vet Beacon, and a little bit about it. It was formed. I'm gonna read this straight off of my webpage. Vet Beacon LLC is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. It was started in 2015 with the vision of providing small and large businesses with the means of advertising to consumers while offering veterans and their family members with special discounts as a token of their appreciation for their service. So that's why I started the company. Myself and my wife, we started the company together the beginning of this year. So we're still just launching, basically, and but we just got everything up and ready to go. So, and then it talks about the product we're offering. We call our product the Vet Beacon. So there's no confusion. You're talking to the company Vet Beacon. I'm the CEO of Vet Beacon, and what's this? These are all Vet Beacons. These are beacons that help vets. So, and I can talk a little bit more about the way that we interface with the businesses in the community, and what we use in order to get the verification process down for. And when I say veteran, I don't mean just someone who's discharged from the military. I mean people who served in the military, and their family members, their immediate family members. So son, daughter, spouse, not the dog, and then also people that are on active duty, all the active duty members and their family members. So, and that's something that is near and dear to my heart, and that's what I want to do. I feel like that can be my contribution to the troops, everyone that served honorably, serving this country, and greatly appreciate their service. So, and I feel like that's one of the least things we can do. And that takes a burden off of some of the business owners, because you go into a business and you say, you offer a discount to military members or to veterans, and the people kind of look, I don't know. They don't know. You know what I mean? So, and then that person might ask a manager or a supervisor, and that person might ask a manager, and then they'll come back to you and say yes or no. Or even if they don't offer one, sometimes they'll say, oh, you know what? No, but we're going to go ahead and do that for you. And they'll offer the discount, etc. But just to even just take that all off the table and just make it so that it's very seamless. It's like if you have your code, you're basically the thing on your phone that shows them that they take the discount, because all they're going to have to do is scan it or verify it, and then it's going to be good to go. So they're not going to have to worry about, oh, do we take it or do we do this, because it's not done for the larger stores and chains. It's not going to be done even at that level of that it's the actual server that's going to be doing it. It's all programmed into computer system. All they're going to do when they scan your phone, it's going to automatically work. So you won't have to worry about it. And it takes the burden off of the actual people that are working, etc., because it gives them basically what they need to say. Yes, you're certified, or yes, you do receive this discount. We understand what to do with this. So that takes the burden off of them. And I'll walk through that stuff in another video, especially with the loyalty cards, etc. Buy 6, get 1 free kind of thing, where they actually scan it on the phone, and other things like that. So that's pretty much all I have for today. Let's see, were we going to walk through any other Beacon stuff? Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. So I'm just going to end this video. Anyone have any questions, even if you're not viewing this live, just go ahead and submit them to me in the comments, or you can, I think this is going to be also on the YouTube channel. You can just put stuff in the comments down below on the YouTube channel, and feel free to ask any questions that you want, etc. And I greatly appreciate you guys' support. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next broadcast.